Hi, so what I want to teach you today is how to teach your child the spelling, understanding why for the days of the week and the months of the year. Now, a lot of dyslexic children can memorize words, and when they read, it looks like they know what they're doing. But when they try to spell the days of the week, the months of the year, they don't know how to spell them. In fact, some of them can't even memorize them. So what I'm going to do is show you what I recently did with a student. I tutor a student who in reading 3 days a week, and then twice a week, I'm tutoring him in math. But you know what? There's a lot of word problems that have the days of the week and the months of the year because we talk about calendars. So I also talked about calendars in this math lesson that I gave, but I want to share my screen, and I believe this will really help you. So first of all, I asked the student to write down the days of the week, and they're going to make some errors. In fact, they may even write them from left to right because that's how they visualize it on a calendar, which is what my student did. So I'm going to show him, I'm going to go down, and he asked, does it start with Sunday or Monday? And the school days start on Monday through Friday, but a lot of us start our week, I don't know, do you start it on Sunday or do you start it on Monday? So you just go ahead and put that in there. And so what the students may know how to do is abbreviate. So after they write, I have them write them the correct way. I want them to underline SUN, MON, TUES, WED, THURS, FRISAT, because that's how we abbreviate it on a calendar. And you could even put that up here. Sun, Mun, Tues, Wins, Thurs, Fry. And that's how we abbreviate them. What my student didn't know were these two. So it was interesting. He knew TUES because that's how it's abbreviated. But what a lot of students miss is Wednesday is 3 syllables. So there's part of a phonics program that I use. It's in my reading program where I teach, let me see something. Okay, never mind. I'll share that later. So whens, what they don't realize is the D is silent in the word Wednesday. So we have 3 syllables. When. You can have your student draw some pictures. What does wed remind you of? Maybe a wedding ring. Here's a wedding ring. Nest reminds me of a piece of chocolate. Nestle's chocolate. Here's a little Nestle's kiss. Anytime you can incorporate a picture into your teaching, you're going to help your child. Now, he did a great Nestle's kiss. I didn't. And then the day is just going to be the sun. So let's just remember they had kisses, Nestle's chocolate kisses when they wed. I have to explain what wed meant. Wed means getting married. So they had chocolate kisses on their wedding day. So wed, nest, day. I have already taught NESS is one of our endings with double S, and I pointed out this is not the same as NESS, which would have been at the end of the word. So, and easily it ends with day, okay? Now Thursday, he didn't get correctly, so THURS and then day. Thursday has a Bossy R in it, and that's why it can be difficult. UR says and I pointed out other words like nurse, purse, have a UR in it. This is called a Bossy R. It's 2 letters. The R after a vowel makes the U have a different sound. Thursday. So if you could show him, that's why this is challenging. It's because it has a Bossy R in it. This is challenging because it has 2 syllables in it. This one, Tuesday, is a vowel team. We actually call that a weasel word. UE has 1 vowel sound, and because it says the long vowel, so weasel word, you go TUES. Kind of interesting. 1 vowel sound. 1 vowel sound for UE, but he knew that, like blue, okay, BLUE. All right, so those were the only 2 that he had trouble with. Now the months of the year were a little bit different. January was difficult, February, April, August, and those are the only ones. So I want to share with you, when you have a child's spelling list at school, notice how many different things are going on. Sometimes there's a Bossy R rule. Sometimes there's a Y at the end of the word says E rule. Sometimes there's a vowel consonant E rule. And I have videos that talk about all these. If you ever need extra help, you could Google them in my YouTube channel. But let's talk about January. The thing with January, so again, abbreviations, Jan, Feb. We just spell the whole March, April, May, June, July. August is AUG. September, SEPT. Gotta move my picture here. October, November, and December. The first 3 letters of those words are how we abbreviate it. So the student just needs to realize that there's another Bossy R in here. Bossy R, Bossy R. Okay. Jan, U, Airy. He knows the syllable. He can just say U, right? Feb. What they don't know is Feb, Rue. I don't know if you want to combine that, but what I want to focus on is Airy. There is a Bossy R in there. Teach your child, there's a Bossy R in there. Janu, Airy. February. There's an R in there, BRU, even though when we abbreviate it, we just put FEB, but it's FEBRUARY, that Bossy R. Once they learn the Bossy R, they're going to remember how to spell this. Now, April, this is kind of interesting. This is what I was alluded to earlier, that I have, in my phonics reading, I have a visual discrimination page of several of them where kids are learning PIR, PRI, CIR, CRI. When students can distinguish and determine this is per, this is pri, this is sir, this is cri, this is, we could do anything. Something with the vowel after it, SIR or SRI, sir or sri, okay? We've already done that. He's done pages of those. So when we got to this one, I pointed out, here is that tricky PRI. You have to be sure you see PRI. So it's APRIL. There's that PRI this is why we do that practice. Now we have another syllable type, an animal zoo syllable type called the egret, which is this beautiful white bird. The egret has a vowel that says its name at the beginning of the word. So I showed him showed him what an egret was. This is the egret word. How you spell that is E-G-R-I-T. That's the egret syllable where the first vowel says its name. It's all by itself. Okay. So then the last one he got wrong was August. And Og, U-S-T. I guess AU says aw. That's a vowel team for a weasel word. And then you just have, well, you know what? When you have a weasel word, you could have a camel-like weasel word, you could have a tiger-like weasel word, and you could have a rabbit-like weasel word. So when a vowel team has a short vowel sound like ah, it's going to be a camel-like, which means you want the consonant to stay with the vowel. You could put vowel team. And so we already practiced that. So I said, there you have your vowel team. Here's your weasel word. Okay, so og, ust, UST. That was really what was tricky for him. He knew these, burr, burr, burr. Younger children, you'll just want to divide this in between their syllables. Oct. Well, let me see something. November. So when it's a long vowel, the VEM goes there. OCT, OB, that'll be by itself. DE, D, SEM. So the reason I put the CEM and the VEM together, these are your tiger syllable words. I'm going to attach some examples of tiger syllable words to this after this video is over. So that's it. What I wanted to show you also was I bring out the calendar. Do you remember the little riddle that said 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February, the odd one. So I saved this throw-out calendar from last year. And what I wanted him to, so I wrote out the riddle. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. I wrote those down and I had him look at every month. 30 days has September. We looked at September. Now I'm going to do this with you just so you see. September has 30 days. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. We went to April. And I showed him 30. Then I went to June. June and November. And November. So I showed him they all had 30. All the rest have 31, except for February, the odd one. And does your child know February has 28 days, but every fourth year it has 29 days? Kids need to know this. So go ahead and teach your child. So 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February, the odd one. And what I thought was good to point out, show your child the other months that have the 31. Well, February had 28 this last year. But the way a calendar shows 31, sometimes it's in its own square. But sometimes the calendar shares it, look at this, with another number, with another date. So because they don't want to add another line, they've already got 5 lines here, 5 rows, or these are 5 rows. So there's no room for 6 rows. So they'll see the 24th, 25th, goes to the end, and it comes back 30 and 31. Show your child that. The more they know, the smarter they feel. And then another way, of course, they know October 31st, right? But here, since the whole row got its own number, they didn't have to double it up. But I just thought that was real interesting, and the child didn't know that. So 30 and 31 get their own date. So I didn't even check to be sure I was mirroring this, but I hope so. But you get the point of it. So I hope this is really helpful. What are your questions about the days of the week and the months of the year? And what are your questions about word problems that might have these in them? And would you like and share if you haven't already? And I do have curriculum to help teach reading, teach those syllable types, and it's an awesome curriculum. I'll put everything down below. I hope you subscribe and share with others. Bye-bye now.